Okay. And I don't need the interpretation. Okay, that's good. It's a little what do I think? Okay. So we're in business. Let's begin with the three mantra. Who would like to sing three mantra? And after you
Comenzamos con el trimantra. ¿Quién le gustaría cantarlo?
all right. Nobody's saying anything. So I'm just going to, there's a very beautiful, I got a special gift of a recording from India. And it has the Namokar mantra. As you know, Namokar mantra is the first part of the three mantra. You know, the Jains sing Namokar mantra, Namo Arihantanam, too, you see. The five, the Namokar mantra, it is called. The Namokar mantra is sung by a lady who has got very good voice, and she is a musician. She has a PhD in in music, and she sang this in 108 classical ragas, of India, 108, one after the other. So I'm just going to make you listen to two of them, and then we will have one of our Spanish friends sing the three mantra. Okay, just because it's the same thing. Namo Arihantanam. But the way a slight changes in each one, it has a very beautiful effect. It has profound effects in the listener. Different ways it's sung over a 48-minute period, and it just kind of grows on you. So I will share it with you, then I will give you the link, but let me just first share, okay?
Primero vamos a compartir un Namokar, que es la parte del Namo, del Trimantra, que así lo cantan los jainistas, y esto está cantado por una mujer que va teniendo diferentes cambios de uno a otro, y eso va impactando al que lo escuche. Lo canta durante 48 minutos, 108 veces, y después comenzamos con el
All right,
Trimantra
so here,
adicional. Sorry.
so it is, so here, can you see the screen? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, I need to be able to share that. Okay, so stop share, and now I will share again. No, okay, no, let me just do it right. So first I have to put it up, then I have to share it. Share, and then share the sound, and now I will share it. So, no, not. I have to do it right. Okay, now. Here we go, and let me play this. Can you hear it?
Yes, perfect.
भवज्जामि सिद्धे शरणं भवज्जामि साहु शरणं भवज्जामि केवले पण्डतं धम्मं शरणं भवज्जामि नमो अरिहन्ताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयरियाणं नमो वज्रायाणं नमो लोये सव साहुणं ऐसो पञ्चनमुक्तारो सर्वपावपणासनो मङ्गलाणं च सौवेसिं पढमं हवै मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं नमो मङ्गलं मङ्गलं नमो मङ्गलं मङ्गलं नमो मङ्गलम् नमो अरिहन्ताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयरियाणं नमो उवज्जायाणं नमो लोये सव साहुणं ऐसो पञ्चनमुक्तारो सर्वपावपणासनो मङ्गलाणं च सौवेसिं पढमं हवै मङ्गलम् अर्हन्तो भगवन्त इन्द्रमहिता
So there we are. That I'm going to send the link to you, some of you, and then show you how to download it. Once you download it, you can download it with a credit card. It only costs about $5-6, and she lives in Ahmedabad, this lady. I'm going to contact her to see if she can make it with the full 3 mantra in the same way, So we have the full 3 mantra rather than just the one part, and I did write to her, but if she is willing to do this for us, it'll be very nice, because then we can really use it, This by itself is very nice because the Panch Parmeshti, this 5 invocations in itself is the final mantra. 5 levels of enlightenment is the final mantra. And even our Gnani Purush Dadashri has said that for those who are self-realized, Gar Bindu Sanyuktam, self-realized, they only need to sing the first part. But, until we, this has become a routine for our organization, so we do it, you see. So that's all right. Please go ahead.
Va a enviarnos el link para que lo podamos bajar. Tiene un costo de $5 o $6. Y Shuddha dice que va a pedirle a esta mujer, de hecho ya le escribió si puede mandar el trimantra completo para todos. Y la parte que ella está cantando es la parte para los iluminados, que no hace falta cantar más, pero bueno, nosotros tenemos esta rutina para todos y vamos a seguir cantándolo así.
And you can continue to say a lot and lot about Namokar mantra or Tri mantra specifically. It has got very powerful healing properties, you see. So this has to be listened to, and once this is a very long one. The one recording here is almost 2 hours, so but she sings it in 108 ragas of India. That is, you can all ragas, and I don't even know all the ragas. There's so many of them, but and these rags are connected to the time of the day, from early morning to late night. You see. And they have different effects on the listener. So, and I just gave you the website,
Acaba de darnos el website y Namukar está cantado en 108 racks diferentes y tienen realmente efectos en las personas que lo escuchan.
And if you do decide to download, there is many links, but you download the link of 108, okay?
Si hay un montón de links sobre esto, pero si lo quieren bajar, bajen el de 108.
All right. Once, if you download it, you could certainly share it with each other, you see. Your group. Everybody really doesn't have to pay for it, But it's up to you.
Si alguno lo quiere bajar, lo puede compartir con todos los demás, y está bien así.
Yeah. Okay. So now we go to our Tri mantra. All right. So let's have dear Fabi do the Tri mantra.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand Shuddhatma Bhagavan.
Namo Vitragai. Namo Vivandanam. Namo Sitanam. Namo Ayam. Namo Vasayanam. Namo Loe Savasahunam. Eso Panchanamukaro Savapavanashano Mangalanam Chasavesim Padaman Havai Mangalam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Satchitanam. Namo Vitragai. Namo Arihantanam. Namo Sitanam. Namo Ayariyanam. Namo Vasayanam. Namo Loe Savasahunam. Eso Panchanamukaro Savapavapanashano Mangalanam Chasavesim Padamang Havai Mangalam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Satchitanam. Namo Vitragai. Namo Arihantanam. Namo Sitanam. Namo Yariyanam. Namo Vasayanam. Namo Loe Savasahunam. Eso Panchanamukaro Savapavapanashano Mangalanam Cha Savesim Padamam Havai Mangalam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Satchitanam. Jai Satchitanam. Jai Satchitanam.
Jai Sachidanand. Jai Sachidanand. Yes. This bliss that exists and grows within each one of us. That was lovely, Fabi. This bliss that grows within each one of us is incomparable and needs to be glorified. That is what needs to be given all the glory, as opposed to glorifying something in the relative which is temporary and does not last. You see?
Es la dicha que crece que dentro de cada uno de todos nosotros es incomparable y debe ser glorificado, ¿no? Y es la gloria de lo real y no lo que glorificamos en lo relativo.
So, glory to the awareness which is eternal and which is bliss, you see.
Gloria al conocimiento que es eterna y es la dicha.
So we now come to the 19th session on Purnatva. Purna means full of the full light. Purna is full light, and Tva means the state of full light, the state of full prajna or full light of the self.
Ahora vamos a ir a Purnatva. Purna es luz completa, prajna, y Tva es el estado de la luz, de la completa luz.
Yes. Wonderful. Yes, Purnatva, and we were talking last time about Tapa, Tapa or internal penance. Internal, for us, penance is always internal, and therefore internal, invisible penance, you see, invisible penance, you see. Internal, invisible penance.
Estuvimos hablando de Tape, que es la penitencia interna que es invisible.
Did we? So, on page 36 of Gujarati, we were at this heading, which says that is the exact reason for a direct living, direct moksha. That is the cause for moksha. Did we cover that heading? That is a cause for moksha?
Yes, we did. We have done the Lord Mahavir says Gnan, Darshan, Charitra, and Tapa. We're covering Tape, the visible, the invisible, yes.
Okay, so but did we cover the next heading? It's called that is the direct. That is That is the cause of moksha. Did we cover
Yes,
that?
yes. I have written here that when that happens, invisible penance happens, moksha happens.
Yes. Okay, so did we cover? There's a heading. That's why. That the inside becomes red, absolutely red, red, red. We covered that, right? The Vedvana.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, like a plate in the stove.
Yes. Okay. Now the question is, yes. So the next heading, and the next heading now is on page 37, and that heading, my friends, is called at the time of Vedaniya. 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 At the time of suffering. That's the heading. Very important heading because this happens to each one of us in this relative world, the time of suffering.
Ahora vamos a comenzar en la página 37 y el título es El tiempo de Vedaniya o sufrimiento. Y esto es muy importante porque nos sucede a todos.
Now it's a long question. The questioner is saying, for some people, disease will happen in the body. For others, there will be all kinds of problems and pains. Ashata Vedaniya will happen. Ashata Vedaniya. Ashata Vedaniya means the suffering of pain. You see, suffering of pain. And all kinds of burning happens, like very severe headache or backache, or in the body, severe pains. You see, okay, go on.
Para algunas personas les sucede en el cuerpo y para otras personas también vienen problemas. Y habla de Ashata Vedaniya y es el sufrimiento. Por ejemplo, dolores de cabeza o otras partes del cuerpo o situaciones problemáticas en la vida.
I say like Ashata Vedaniya, Ashata. All of these things happen. So at that time, Dada, and also, when this happens, there is because all of these things are happening in the body, the mind also gets upset, you see, and there is conflict in the mind. If your body is not comfortable, if our bodies are not comfortable, then the mind is disturbed, And so, so then what situation should that person enter into? What should that person do? That's the question.
Yes. Estos son severos problemas, ¿no? Entonces, cuando el cuerpo no está bien, hay dolores en el cuerpo que son severos y el cuerpo no está confortable, la mente tampoco está confortable y está con disturbios, con molestias.
And so what to do? What to do? What to do?
Entonces, ¿qué hacer?
So now the Dadashri answers. So now the other says, so now at this level, at this time, do tap. Continue to see that Vedana. Do tap and continue to see that Vedana.
Entonces, ¿qué hacer en estos momentos donde están sucediendo estas situaciones de problemas severos? Y Dada dice, ahora en este tiempo haz tape y continúa viendo, continúa ver Vedaniya.
You see, so this word Ved is a very important word for our science. We have, in fact, a whole chapter in Arthavani 13, you see. But anyway, Veda, let me give you the fundamental definitions. The Vedas, like the Vedas are ancient in Hindu scriptures, right? That's the common understanding, very ancient Hindu scriptures, right? That is one meaning of Veda, okay? Veda really means to know, to know, but that's the other meaning of Veda. But Veda also means, and this is why I have to give you this, I have to give you these definitions. Veda also means to suffer. So, and then the Wu means to actually suffer. Actually suffer pain. Or pleasure too. We say the suffering now is both ways. You, in the eyes of the Lord, I'm sorry, I'm speaking so long. Go on, my dear.
Es ok. Dada dice, bueno, Shuddha dice, Vedas tiene varios significados, ¿no? Uno, el más conocido, son las escrituras antiguas hindúes. Después Veda es saber, conocer. Después es sufrir. Y Vedahu es tener que sufrir tanto dolor como placer.
So very good. And you see, so there's something very amazingly beautiful about this word, Veda, Vedana, Vedavu. You see, Vedan is the process of suffering. The Vedan is the process of suffering. You see, so this, every human being, in fact, rises life after life through suffering, through actual going through the process of life, you see. The baby comes out from the mother. At that time, there is tremendous pain for both the baby as well as for the mother, you see. And the entire life is a process of suffering, you see, of Vedan, you see. It is the only, but that Vedan is also turns into knowing. You see, Veda, to know. And that is where you and I have arrived. You and I have arrived at the level of knowing now. Knowing the pains that Fabi or Anila or Cecilia have gone through in life, you see. That knowing, to know. You see? Okay.
Vedan también es el proceso de sufrimiento. Los seres humanos, de hecho, surgen vida tras vida por el sufrimiento. Y de hecho nace un bebé y hay dolor en el bebé y hay dolor en la madre. Y la vida es un proceso de Vedan. Veda surge por el conocimiento de los sufrimientos conocerlos, el sufrimiento de Fabiana, de Anita, de cada uno, el que le corresponda.
Yeah, Dadashri says that keep seeing that Vedana, that's pain signal. Keep seeing that pain, you see, Vedana. I have translated the original chapters in Aptavani 13. It's very long about this, and I'm trying to give you a summary of this, okay? But here, the Dadashri says, keep seeing that pain, the Vedana, and it may become horribly red. It may turn red inside, you see. It's just like when you turn on the electric stove, you see, and first it is black, and then it starts changing colors, you see. And now you know it's getting hot, you see, and then it is just red, you see. And then even if you turn off the stove, it remains red. And then slowly it will become orange and then yellow, and then ultimately come back to black, you see. And this is how it is with major taps, major tap events that unfold, that arise in our life, you see, to each one of us at various times, you see.
Dada dice, el dolor, sigue observando el dolor, sigue observando el sufrimiento, sigue observando Vedana, y verás cómo se vuelve rojo por dentro, como una cocina eléctrica. Primero está negra, y luego del negro va pasando al rojo, y cuando la apagas permanece rojo, luego anaranjado, y luego cuando ya está completamente fría, se vuelve negra. Esta verdad surge así en cada uno de nosotros.
And the other Sri says, keep saying it, and that internal tap, this to see it, this seeing, you see, seeing that thing heating inside, you know, is called Antrik tap or internal tap, and the Lord has said that is called tap. That is the definition of tap in the language of the Lord, you see. And the external tap is not tap, you know, fasting, you know, like Gandhiji did for weeks, you see. That is not tap, you know, that is not tap.
Dada dice, sigue observando el calentamiento interno, y el Lord es la definición de tap. Esto es en la definición del lenguaje del Lord, ¿no? Tap. Y en lo externo no es tap. Cuando se manifiesta externamente no es tap.
External tap, yes. Dadashri says, if you want to speak in a Syadvad language, in other words, if you want to kind of see it from the point of view of these monks and all of these human beings who punish their bodies, you know, and we, you know, in an external tap, you know, if they're, for instance, if their disciple has done something bad, the guru will skip the meal for the next day. He will not eat for the next day. You see, this in a Syadvad means incorporating their view and speaking. Not, oh, this is useless. You don't say it's useless. We have to say that it will give this external tap, the external penance will will give material results. You see, they will give material benefits, physical or, visible, worldly benefits, you see.
Yes. Dice, si quieres verlos, puedes ver a los monjes, a los Upanishad, que ellos hacen el external, el tape externo. Por ejemplo, si hacen algo, no van a comer como penitencia. Esto lo incorporan en su lenguaje, en su vida. Y toda esta penitencia externa que se hace va a traer resultados beneficiosos en lo material.
So Dadashri says, however, only internal tap can take one to moksha, you see. Moksha means final liberation. Only internal.
Entonces, dice que solo el tap interno es lo que te va a llevar a la liberación final, moksha.
Therefore, when this Vedaniya happens, this is the last sentence of this paragraph, of this heading, at the time of Vedaniya, at the time of pain is the heading. Dadashri says, so at the time of pain, you have to remain in tap. You have to be in tap. To be in tap means to see the tap. You don't say, oh my God, I can't bear it, it's awful. No, you be in tap, you see, be in tap.
Yes. También dice que Vedania, ¿no? En tiempo de dolor debes permanecer en tap. Es ver, no quejarte. Es estar en tap.
We know now, so the pain may begin. Of course, we have just now ended this paragraph, this subheading. But we know that pain begins, can begin both ways. It can begin in the mind, you see, and it can ruminate and can continue to burn and exist in the mind, but then if it is not resolved, it affects the body, you see. The person will say, there's a psychosomatic connection, you see. So many of us doctors who treat people with pain, we know they've been through so many other doctors. There's really nothing physically wrong, We examine them neurologically and we do not find anything wrong with them, but well, they are in pain, and that pain is an expression of what's going on in their head, you see. In their mind is not pain-free, and now it manifests in the body, you see. It can cause menstrual disturbances, it can cause leg pains, it can cause pain in any part of the body, it can cause all kinds of complaints, you see.
Cuando, por ejemplo, el dolor, el sufrimiento comienza en la mente, si no lo resuelves, esto va a afectar el tiempo. Surgen las enfermedades psicosomáticas. Por ejemplo, los doctores reciben un paciente que tiene dolor y lo examinan y no encuentran absolutamente nada y ven que todo comenzó con un problema en la mente.
So the next heading now I'm giving you is in Agna Palan. In the following of the Agnas, any of the Agnas, a tap is built in, is incorporated. Tap is always included. You see. Comes.
Yes.
Mm.
El próximo título es Agna Palan y dice que TAP siempre viene incluido, siempre está incluido.
You see, but so it's a question and answer heading here. So let me give you the question and then the answer. So the questioner says, but just as other people do tap, as other people do tap, that means visible tap, right? Those people, other people are doing visible tap. They fast, they do mental practices to train themselves, you see. They recite mantra, concentrate, all this, go to quiet places, etc. All of those practices to kind of relieve their pain, you see. Or they say, okay, with all of these things, it helps me gain some balance in life. So just as these other people are doing this internal tap, they're saying as other people do internal tap. The questioner, of course, as you know, can ask all kinds of questions. The questioner is not 100% in Vignan, so he may make errors in asking the questions, So if the question is just as the outside people do internal tap, what should we do?
Hay algunas personas que hacen un tap visible, hacen prácticas mentales, cantan mantras, y otras actividades que lo llevan a aliviar el dolor, que lo ayudan a conseguir cierto balance. Es una pregunta y a la cual sigue preguntando nosotros qué debemos hacer.
Yeah, we should not. Dadashri begins by saying we should not talk about their antar tap. Antar tap means internal penance. You can't, we do not know what it's all about. Is it antar tap? We cannot talk about, yes, you can do internal penance too through the ego, right? Those people outside, for example, let me give you the example. Say the guru, say the spiritual master finds out that one of his disciples has done something very bad, stolen something from the public, all right? Now, he has two choices. He say he does tap. He doesn't eat for the next day. Now, his disciples will ask, Master, why are you not eating the food? Then he has a choice. He can say, see, that person did this, and that is why I'm doing this. So now it becomes visible. But if he just doesn't say anything, then it remains invisible, is it not? But his ego is always there. So that is why Dada says, don't talk about their stuff.
Okay. Bueno, dice Dada que no debemos hablar del tap interno. Por ejemplo, y da el ejemplo de un gurú, de un maestro que tiene un discípulo que hace algo mal. Entonces caben dos posibilidades. Una de ellas es que decide hacer penitencia de no comer al día siguiente. Y otros discípulos lo ven que no come y van y le preguntan ¿por qué no está comiendo? Entonces el maestro dice, hizo esto y esto pertenece al ego. Y si no dice nada, entonces se mantiene invisible.
Yeah, you see, You know, antar tap is, you know, is of the one who follows the agnas continuously and is continuously allowing everything to settle down, continuing settling everything through equanimity, Agna 4, you see. And that is the greatest of all taps.
Yes.
Mhm.
Antar tap es seguir las agnas, ¿no? Si sigue las agnas y permite que todo se resuelva con ecuanimidad, está en las agnas, agna 4.
Mhm.
Y este es el más grande, el más grande de los taps.
And you know, when we settle, Dada says, when we all, including Dada, when we settle with equanimity, when we settle with equanimity, inside tap has to be, quote, done, because, okay, you know, I mean, it's not real doing. The seeing of this hot plate getting red, 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 the seeing of that is tap, you see. I mean, my friends, I cannot emphasize the importance of this little satsang, you know, that Dada is just giving us right now. This is final. This is what is lacking for Mahatmas. You know, we immediately react, what, you, no. The seeing, you see, is the most critical thing for all of us now.
Cuando resolvemos con ecuanimidad, el tap dentro se corta, ¿no? Y es verlo, ver que se pone rojo, 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 y luego termina. Y dice Shuddha que no tiene palabras, no puede definir esto, por lo maravilloso que es. Y esto es lo que se espera de un Mahatma, ver todo. Y eso es muchísimo.
Yeah, that heading is over now, but you know, there's a Dada says this, now it's for us. The practical part comes for all of us, you see. And we are tested from morning till evening about this, you know.
Acá Dada dice que esto es para todos nosotros, incluyéndose él mismo, lo que acabamos de ver, de resolver con ecuanimidad. Y esto es lo que tenemos que estar viendo desde la mañana hasta la noche.
You know, you think of, you know, we recall our dearest Dada at his age with his hip fracture, you see, very thin, coming to England and to USA, you see, and going to little homes all over USA, you see, by car. And yet you never see any expression of pain on his face, you see. Or you see Niruma doing the same thing, you know. Niruma had cervical spondylosis. She had cervical disc disease, you see. So it's very painful, you know, if it's not just right, you know, there's pain. So she would always put a little pillow behind her neck, you see, while in satsang. But, and then you also see our dearest Gnani Deepak Bhai, you know, and he has to do everyday satsang, every day, you know, by the clock he has to receive phone calls of people in pain, every day do darbar, you know, But you never see him complaining about it. I mean, it just has and go all over, the world, So that, and that is their invisible penance. You see, they don't show it. You think they love it, running around, we go to one vacation and then somebody says, no, it's not over, Damien or Fabi, you got to go again to this vacation. And when you come back from the second vacation, no, you got to go to a third vacation too. You think you're going to like that? You say, no, just leave me alone. I'm fine in my home. You see? Yeah.
Yes. Por ejemplo, dada con la edad que tenía, él viajaba de Inglaterra a Estados Unidos y iba a pequeños hogares en auto. Y nunca veía ningún dolor, sufrimiento. Niruma igual, ella sufría de problemas cervicales y se la puede ver en Satsang, que usaba una almohadilla. Y también lo podemos ver a Deepak Pai, que tiene que hacer satsang todos los días, dagvar, personas que están enfermas, y él no se queja en ningún momento. Y eso es la penitencia interna. Si, por ejemplo, nosotros nos estuvieran todo el día diciendo, bueno, anda para acá, anda para allá, hace esto, hace lo otro, diríamos, bueno, mejor me quedo en mi casa con mi archivo.
Okay, my friends, so let's take a break, 10 minutes, we'll be back again, huh? And then, so, see you soon. Okay, Sachidanand, thank you, Damian, and thank you, dear.
10 minutos de recreo y volvemos.
Thank you, Vishuddhatma.
Qué divino. ¿Está fresquito, Anila?
Mucho calor. Mucho calor. Pero eso no importa. Lo importante es que he podido integrarme de nuevo. Eso es lo más importante.
Obvio, obvio.
Sí. Y yo veo que que tú también tienes, Patricia tiene mucho calor porque tienen prendido
Sí.
el...
Es calurosa, Patricia.
Sí, me imagino. Sí.
Sí, tuvimos unos días de frío y la verdad que los disfruté mucho.
Ah, ya. No, yo no, prefiero el calor. Anila prefiere el calor al frío.
Sí, hubo días de 44 grados de sensación térmica y después la temperatura bajó mucho, creo que a 10, una cosa así,
Oh,
a partir del miércoles. Y recién hoy está repuntando a la normalidad, a lo que supuestamente es normal.
sí, el clima está muy extraño, muy especial. Aquí también ha hecho calor y de repente frío y no se sabe por qué, porque siempre que el verano es caluroso, al menos en la parte donde yo vivo, porque yo estuve en casa de mi hija en el norte, a la orilla del mar, y ahí hacía mucho frío, y es cerca, más cerca del trópico.
Claro,
Sí,
claro, sí.
es extraño cómo está el clima, pero bueno, no
¿Qué es lo
importa
que
para
nos
yo.
toca? Nos
Es
toca
lo que
eso.
nos toca vivir, sí, es lo que nos toca.
Sí,
Y muy interesante lo que dice Shuddha, porque el dolor externo y el interno, las consecuencias de cada uno de ellos, uno Anila no lo veía así. Entonces, para mí ha sido muy importante lo que él ha dicho. Anila ha tenido
maravilloso.
muchos dolores externos, muchos últimamente, pero se ha podido mantener los dolores internos, que también han sido muchos. eh, con todas estas enseñanzas me he podido mantener tranquila, y eso es lo más importante.
Totalmente, totalmente.
Sí, sí.
All right. Vishuddhatma Bhagwan.
Oh, Shuddha.
All right. Okay. Now, so we begin. This next heading is of 3 lines.
El próximo es solo 3 líneas. Continuamos.
Yeah. If you have a stool, if you have a small stool, on which you have to sit, a wooden stool, it has to have 4 solid legs, right? 4 solid legs to sit. If it is a 3-leg stool, then chances are that you may fall off if you're not very careful.
Imagina que tienes un pequeño banco de madera y tiene que tener 4 patas para que sea sólido y puedas sentarte.
So the heading is Chare Paya Agname means all four legs, all four foundational legs are in Agna.
Entonces el título es las cuatro patas fundamentales son las Agnas.
Agnas. All four have to be in Agna. All four. Four has to be in Agna.
Los cuatro deben de estar en Agnas.
And Dadashri says we have placed all four in these five Agnas. In these five Agnas, we have placed all four legs, support legs, foundation legs, like when you build a building, when you're building a building, at the corners, in the foundations are this big support, square cement columns in which there are steel bars, you see. They, on those major four, 4, 5, 6-story building will rise, you see.
Yes. Dada dice que en estos cuatro fundamentos están, hay que estar en las 5 Agnas. Y estas 4 fundaciones son los grandes soportes, ¿no? Imaginen que se va a construir un edificio y estas fundaciones después son cubiertas por cemento para poder sostener la construcción de 4 o 5 niveles.
Yeah. Moksha happens with Gnan, moksha happens with Darshan, moksha happens with Charitra. Okay, these are 4. Moksha happens with Charitra, and moksha happens with Tapa.
Y Dada dice que moksha sucede con Gnan, Darshan, Charitra y Tapa.
Dada says it individually. Dada says moksha happens with Gnan, moksha happens with Darshan, moksha happens with Charitra, which is conduct as the self, Amapura conduct, not loose Pabi conduct, Amapura conduct, C capital conduct, okay? And moksha happens with Tapa.
Moksha sucede con Gnan, moksha sucede con Darshan, moksha sucede con Charitra, que es la conducta del ser, conducta con mayúscula, es la conducta del alma pura, y moksha sucede con Tapa.
And so these are 4 foundations for moksha. 4 foundations for moksha. You see?
Y estos son los 4 fundamentos para moksha.
And Dadashri says these 4 foundations. Remember, Dada was a building contractor, so he calls it these 4 foundations. I have placed. We means Dada and Dada Bhagwan, Gnani Purush Dadashri and Dada Bhagwan. We have placed in these 5 Agnas, in these 5 Agnas.
Y Dada dice estos 4 fundamentos, y él era constructor, ¿no? Dice, en estos 4 fundamentos nos colocó en las 5 Agnas, Dada.
Right. Okay, so that's the end of the heading, okay? That is the end of the heading. This heading is...
Este es el título, ¿no?
We have a sentence in the Charan Vidhi. It says, may your Gnan Darshan Charitra and Sukh be my Gnan, Darshan, Charitra, and Sukh. Sukh means bliss. Sukh is bliss, you know. Sukh is in the relatives called happiness or pleasure. Sukh means pleasure or bliss, you know. If you're in the body, you are in pleasure. And if you are in Ama, you are in bliss, you see. Bliss here in the body, there is pleasure. So same word, Sukh, Sukha. Opposite of Sukh is Dukkha, D for David. Dukh means pain, pleasure. Yes, pleasure, pain. Dukh is pain, Sukh is pleasure.
Dada dice que para que moksha suceda es Gnan, Darshan, Charitra y Sukh. Sukh es la dicha, es la dicha del alma.
Sorry, please go on.
Sukh es placer en el cuerpo y es dicha en el alma. Y la palabra puesta sería dukh, que es sufrimiento.
Yes. You know, so you remember that sentence in the Charan Vidhi, you know, like in the Nishchay Vyavahar Charan Vidhi, in the real relative Charan Vidhi, he is asking, may your Gnan, may your Darshan, may your Charitra, and may your bliss be my Gnan, Darshan, Charitra, and bliss. That is the sentence in the Charan Vidhi.
Hay una oración en el Charanpidi, en la parte del real y relativo, donde decimos que mi conocimiento, mi visión, mi conducta y mi sukh, mi bendición sea como la tuya.
Right. And now you might wonder why the last word in the Charan Vidhi is bliss, sukh, and not tap. You say you cannot, right? May your Gnan, may your Darshan, may your Charitra, and may your sukh, may your tap be mine. Because the answer is very simple. You know, your tap, my tap, everybody's tap is different. Susan's tap is different from Fabi's tap, you see, or Anila's tap is different from Shuddha's tap. You know, our highly individualized inner penance, you see. Highly individualized inner inner burning, inner heat, not burning. There's a difference between burning and heat.
Cuando dice en el Charanpiti, habla del Gnan, del Darshan, de Charitra, y habla de Sukh. Sukh es de dicha, bendición. Pero no habla de tapé. ¿Por qué no? Porque es diferente para cada uno. Susan tiene su calor, Anil, Sukh, Anil el suyo, Shuddha el suyo. Cada uno estamos individualizados por nuestro calor.
There's a difference between burning. Burning is what happens to people who have not received Gnan Vidhi. They burn. From morning till evening, their kashais burn them, you know. Their kashais burn them, you see. They worry about the price of gasoline. They worry about what their daughter is doing, her daughter is doing it in college. They worry, this burning all the time, this burning, you know. Whereas heat, tap, this electric plate is your electric plate. This electric plate, my electric plate is separate from the electric plate of Luz, you see. It turns red, but it burns only if I touch it. then my finger will burn. But if I see it, if I continue to see it, it cannot burn me, burn you and I, see?
Hay una diferencia entre calentar y quemar. Entonces, Dada dice que los que se queman son los que no tienen envidia. Entonces sus kashais los queman, surgen y los queman. Ya están pensando todo el día en el precio del combustible, lo que hace la hija en el colegio y toda esa clase de cosas. Para nosotros es como el plato que se pone sobre una cocina eléctrica, pero ese plato cada uno, está separado de luz, está separado de Shuddha, está separado de Anila, y cada uno tiene su propio plato. Pero se quema si lo toco. Si solamente lo veo, no puedo quemarme.
Yes, so we continue. Now, this next heading is Darshan. Let me make sure I've given it to you in the right order. No, I've given it to you in the wrong order, Fabi. So Fabi is now translating. It is Darshan, Gnan, Tap, Charitra. Okay, so please change that to the next heading. Darshan, Gnan, Tap, Charitra. Okay, there's a certain order in this, Charitra. Charitra means conduct as the self. Absolute conduct as the absolute self only. That is like the state of the Gnani, the Lord, who walks about in this world, whether it is Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, etc. The Charitra, absolute Charitra, conduct.
El próximo título es Darshan, Gnan, Tap y Charitra. Y Charitra es la conducta del ser, es la conducta del Lord que caminó por este mundo, como Buda, Jesús, Lord Mahavir.
Yes. All right, now this next 4 lines I have to give you very exactly, because that should always, and there should be no error in it, okay? So I need to type them for you.
Esto que nos va a dar tiene que ser muy exacto, así que lo va a tipear.
So I will put Akram Vignan as AV. In this Akram Vignan, first comes Darshan. Okay. Next comes Gnan. Okay. That is the first sentence. In our Akram Vignan, first comes Darshan, and then comes Gnan. In other words, first comes the understanding, big U capital understanding. Aha, what? I'm not this body called Susan or Gabriel. I'm Mahamapura. You say that is the understanding. First comes the understanding. Every understanding of the real makes the other understanding relative. Every understanding, every vision, every darshan as the self, and not of the self, not of the Amapura, as the self. Every darshan as the self makes everything else relative. Everything, every other understanding relative. You see? So first comes darshan. I'm just explaining this first sentence, okay? I still have not finished with the first sentence, but okay, go on.
En este Akram Vignan primero viene el Darshan y luego viene el Gnan. Darshan es el entendimiento de no soy este cuerpo, soy alma pura. Y entonces todo entendimiento como el ser hace que todo lo demás muestra todo lo demás como relativo.
Okay, so then, first comes the darshan, and that has become complete for all of us. It is that, that curtain over us, that curtain has been completely pulled. We have 100% darshan, all of us, everybody who has received the Gnanvidhi, our darshan is exact, full. It doesn't need to increase anymore, you see. The darshan, the light of the self that lets you see it all as relative. Let you see it all as relative. The entire ocean of this world is relative. You're here, you're above it. You see that darshan. It comes first in Akram Vignan. And the next, and then comes Gnan. Now,
Let me please, el darshan es completo, ¿no? Y es como que se arrancaron todas las cortinas que cubrían este entendimiento. La luz del ser nos permite ver todo como relativo y eso viene primero.
Okay, you get the sentences in exactness, and I'm sure Fabi is doing that. Okay, so now the next sentence is, okay, but before that, this word Gnan, I have to give you the exact meaning, Akram Vignan meaning. Darshan we know now is the understanding as the self. Gnan is the established experience as the self. Now this is the experience. Gnan is the established experience as the self. That's called Gnan.
En Akram Vignan, Gnan es la establecida experiencia como el ser.
Yes, this has happened to all of us in the Gnanvidhi by 2%. We have this 2% established experience. It is because we have the experience of the self, Swayama Pura, Shuddha Atma Chu, that this satsang proceeds. Otherwise, we will all, we would not sit here. It is because of the experience that we are here, you see. We are here because we have the experience. We are in the experience of Amapura. Don't mistake it. Don't ever confuse it. Oh, I'm here because I have decided to come here. Those are all relative evidences. You're here because deep down, this is about you, the real you, not the worldly you,
Yes. En Akram Vignan luego viene Gnan, que es la experiencia establecida como el ser. Y esto nos sucedió a todos en el Akram Vignan en un 2%. Y debido a esta experiencia del alma pura, es que estamos todos aquí sentados, porque tuvimos esta experiencia. Y es nuestro ser real, no el ser mundano, por el cual estamos aquí.
Now, the next sentence in exactness, because these first 4 sentences, you've got to get it right. I am giving it to you fundamentally as they are from Dadashri, because if you go very deep into this, other Aptavanis, there is a tendency to get confused, you say. So you have to have the base, the fundamental understanding first, and then you will never go wrong. So the next sentence is, when Tapa is present with Darshan, when Tapa is present with Darshan, then Gnan comes or arises. Okay, then Gnan arises. This is the next sentence. Okay.
Estas son las palabras exactas, con total exactitud de dada para que no nos equivoquemos. Y es, cuando Tap esté presente con Darshan, entonces el Gnan surge.
And the third sentence is, અને દર્શન જ્ઞાન બે ભેગા થાય એટલે ચારિત્ર આવે. So now, and when darshan, Gnan, the two combine, then Charitra comes. Okay?
Yes. El tercer título es cuando el Darshan, Gnan, los dos combinados, entonces Charitra viene.
So, without, the fourth sentence is, without Gnan, Charitra cannot come. Cannot come. Conduct, this is conduct, you see. So, we cannot come. There is no way. So, you know, that's all, there is no way Charitra can come. Okay? No way conduct as a self can come if there is no Gnan. If there is no Gnan, and Gnan cannot come unless Tap is involved in the Darshan. Darshan and Tap combine to give you Gnan. You see?
Sin Gnan, Charitra no puede venir. Charitra es la conducta con mayúsculas. Charitra no hay forma que venga, porque es la conducta del ser. Entonces, Darshan, Darshan y Tap suceden el Gnan.
You know, now, so those are the four main sentences, you see. Now, the other goes now deeper into it, and let me give you, brahmacharya padu, strino tyag, lakshmi no tyag ho, e બધું ચરિત્ર કહેવાય. બહાર તો, okay. He says, so to follow celibacy, brahmacharya, to tyag, to renounce woman, to renounce money, etc. Okay, to renounce everything. Okay, is all called charitra. Is all called conduct, but notice that it is a small c conduct. In other words, that is external conduct. External conduct. It's visible conduct. Oh, this master has given up woman, he's given up money, he, this, etc., etc. Is external charitra, external charitra, external conduct, visible to others.
Yes. Estas 4 oraciones que hemos visto son absolutamente importantes. Y, por ejemplo, para seguir con brahmacharya o celibato, hay que renunciar a las mujeres, al dinero. Y todo esto es todo llamado charitra. Charitra y conducta con minúscula, porque tiene que ver con lo externo, con la conducta externa, es lo visible.
Right. And this here, says Dada, okay? And this here is, and that visible, you see it in very spiritual masters or others, you see, or in monks or nuns, we see this. We see this even in the white clothes, young men and women in similar city. That is all external charitra, like external, visible. They've given up sex, they've given up, they don't hoard money, they don't keep money, whatever extra money they have, they share it all, etc. These are all external conducts, you see. Whereas this here, and that is all of that external conduct is called vyavahar. Vyavahar means worldly interaction, that which is involved in give and take. Give and take, vyavahar. To interact with another human being is vyavahar, to give and take. You see, whereas the self, in all its interactions, is absolutely free from this give and take business of the body complexes. The self is the self, you see. And this here, Dada says, is Nishchay Charitra. Nishchay means, Nishchay Charitra means conduct as the self. Nishchay means conduct. Nishchay means the self, you see. So conduct as the self. We have the real relative charan vidhi. Real means Nishchay, relative means Vyavahar. Real relative charan vidhi, right? So Nishchay Charitra. You need Nishchay Charitra, not this visible holiness, so and so, the holiness, his holiness or her holiness, that doesn't work. That's not going to give you liberation, you see. Yes, it will give you good results for next life and also this life, but it was not going to liberate you. It's not going to take you any further. You're still spinning in the horizontal cycle of doing the good, the bad. The good comes with the results, the bad comes with the results. You're spinning here. You're not getting out of it as the self, you see.
Dada dice que las personas buscan maestros que están vestidos con ropas blancas, no guardan dinero, no llevan dinero, y todas estas son conductas externas, y a bajar, que tiene que ver con el dar y el tomar de toda relación con otro ser humano. Pero la conducta a la que se refiere es la conducta del ser, es libre de todo tomar y dar. Es Nishchay Charitra, que es la conducta como el ser. Y Nishchay es real. Nishchay Charitra es la conducta como el ser. Entonces, si podemos tener conductas externas de no llevar dinero, vestir de blanco, buscar maestros, pero todo eso no te libera, porque sigue estando los buenos o malos, lo me gusta o no me gusta, y eso no te libera, no vas a salir de este ciclo de nacimiento-muerte.
So, and Dadashri says this here. Dadashri doesn't say this is this. Dadashri points to this here. This here is our Nishchay Charitra. It is all day long, Gnan, Darshan, Charitra Tap is visible all day long. Gnan, Darshan, Charitra and Tap is visible. You see, if you know how to see it, if you know how to see it, you know, you will be able to see Gnani Purush Dadashri's Gnan, Darshan, Charitra and Tap all day long. You know, in other words, this final Tap is not visible, but yet it is visible, right? And you see this gentleman who is approaching between 70 and 80 with serious issues with his lung, liver, body mechanics, you see, you know, cough. Hearing difficulties, you see, trying to give this magnificent liberation and science to the world, piece by piece by piece, you see. I mean, he's like the Iguazu falls of knowledge, but you know, it comes out drop by drop by the people who are around him, like the motel walas, the people owning little motels in USA in those days, you know.
Yes. Dada dice, señala que el Nishchei Charita, no, dice, perdón, eso ya lo hemos visto, que esto viene, el Nishchei Charita viene con el Nan, Darshan, Charitra y Tapa. Todo esto es visible a lo largo del día, desde la mañana hasta la noche, si sabes ver. Es visible si sabes ver. Y después dice que podemos ver que los cuerpos mecánicos entre los 70 y los 80 hay todas dificultades para escuchar y esto es como las cataratas del Iguazú, pero como que va sucediendo gota a gota a gota.
You know, and he says, this is up to you. It's visible. Whereas, you know, these people, what, you know, if say Dada is sitting like this at the airport, you know, some airport, and you're walking across, well, how do you really, you can ignore him, or you say, you know, it's, well, why is he wearing this garland? And now, why are there so many people around him? You just pause, you know. But the ability to see the beauty of this presence is pure grace, and that has come from him only, right? I mean, we were all like the other passengers at the airport, you know. We, in our lives, we have seen very beautiful human beings, but we just go past them, you know. Very amazingly wonderful human beings, but we don't have the ability to see, you see. Okay.
Dada dice, esto depende de ti. Por ejemplo, Dada lo veían en el aeropuerto, vestido así, con las flores, y la gente seguía, porque no tenía la capacidad de poder ver la belleza de su presencia.
And Dadashri now says, actually, we have continuous stop. We have continuous stop. It's so when Dadashri says we have continuous stop, then now you can measure yours and mine top in that level. I mean, Dada is having top. Yes, there is continuous top for Dada. Well, we are still learning about the hot plate, you know, and seeing the hot plate inside, right? We're still we're still not getting it in exactness, you see. And Dada has continuous tap, you know. You see, he is a human being who exists beyond this world. Yet he walked the face of our earth to wake up human beings to Akram Vignan, the easy way, you know, to the easy way to perfect easiness, to perfect easiness, easy way. Everybody wants to do it the easy way, but they don't know how, you know.
Dada decía que él estaba en continuo tap, pero para nosotros debemos aprender a ver el plato caliente. Y él existió más allá de este mundo para poder traernos el Akram Vignan, que es la forma más fácil y perfecta para liberación.
For 24 hours, okay? 24 hours he is in tap. But it is invisible, you see, that is invisible. So there's very, very subtle layers of tap, you know, all the way from stupido, Damiens, get out from here, you know, from that visible, you know, that horrible insult, right? That begins this inner hot plate of Damiens heating up, you see. And you have, you, the separated one, you, the Amapura, has the energies to see it. Instead of saying, what, who, me? Me? Who, me? You know, so you and I have it. You see, from that level to the final level of the top of our dearest Gnani, the Gnani Purush Dadashri, you see. That at that level it becomes absolutely invisible, you know. You think Dada has had a very beautiful meal, he's resting, but you know, you can only see all of these things from outside. You don't know what's going on in that absolute soul, you see.
Yes. Tap es invisible. Es invisible, pero tiene diferentes capas. Desde el insulto a Damiens, pero tu alma puede ver que es Damiens el que está siendo calentado, pero tú tienes el alma pura, tiene las energías para poder verlo, y nosotros lo tenemos, y para llegar al nivel de Dadashri, que es absolutamente invisible y es absoluta alma.
You know, in the end over here today, of today's satsang, my dear friends, when you tell your life story to someone else, when you tell your experiences to someone else, then your invisible top penance becomes visible, right? When you say, Damiens, share your experiences, or Fabi, share your experiences after Gnan Vidhi. Well, if you really share them, if you really share what each one of us have been through in this life, then it becomes visible, right? And how does sharing pains, well, and the net summary is a stock of pain only. I mean, you know, very little pleasure And if you and I have experienced some great pleasures, then you cannot share that with another human being, nor therefore can you really share your pain with another human being. You know, to share it with another human being is to take a little commission. They will say, oh, Fabi, oh, Luz, she has been through so much, poor lady, you know. And so you feel a little security blanket, oh, that person cares for me, you know. Do you think human beings care about what other human beings have been through, really? You know, they read the autobiographies of these great people and what they've been through, but the lesson is to look at their inner energies, you know. What were they really like? You see, what will they really like, these human beings, whether it is a man or a woman, what did they go through? You know, there was this lady, Rosa Parks. Some of you may have heard about her. She was in Montgomery, Alabama. And, you know, in those days where the police were walking around with big sticks, you see, the front section of the bus was reserved for white people, and only the black people had to go back and take back seats, you see. And she entered the bus and she decided to stay in the front, sit there. And she became world famous because it all ended up at the Supreme Court level in the United States, you see. But can you see what she went through? What kind of she was a tiny woman, you know, very skinny woman. Rosa Parks, you know. I mean, so, you know, see the visible penances of other human beings for the purposes of the benefit of other human beings, you see. That is called visible penance. You see. But it's all visible penance. But invisible penance is very special. We've discussed it today. A little bit. We haven't gone too much in it. You know, the Aptavanis are full of it.
Acá Shuddha comparte, dice, cuando nosotros compartimos nuestras experiencias, ¿no? Lo que compartimos es sufrimiento, tal vez para que la otra persona sienta compasión o sentir que me va a cuidar como una manta de seguridad. Entonces, pero hay que mirar las energías internas de las personas por las cosas que pasaron. Y habla de Rosa Parks, que en determinado momento los negros tenían que ir a sentarse en la parte de atrás del colectivo y ella decidió sentarse en la parte de adelante y esto sucedió en Alabama, venían los policías con palos y la sacaron a la fuerza y era una mujer pequeña, delgada, y la llevaron a la Suprema Corte de Justicia. Esto es una penitencia que es visible, pero es una penitencia visible para el beneficio de los demás, lo que hizo esta mujer. Pero bueno, lo más importante es la penitencia invisible.
Both, you know, the external penance gives worldly benefits, internal penance liberates, you see.
La penitencia visible va a traer beneficios, pero la penitencia interna, invisible, va a traer liberación.
When we describe the state of dearest Dadashri in his last, you know, especially after he had a hip fracture, you know, he was now, his health was deteriorating. But, you know, this visible penance of his is appreciated by human beings more and more, and they love Dada. Whether they take the Gnan Vidhi or not is another matter, you see. But they love him. They will listen to his AA, BB books, the fundamental books. They all say this is what, beautiful knowledge, you see. So that visible, even if you say, attend one satsang of Dada and they say it was beautiful, what his Dada means, all of this, all satsangs are going on of Dada nowadays. But if you attend one satsang and you say, oh, it was beautiful, this is talk about not fighting with anyone, not hurting with anyone. All of these things bring positive results. That's positive, you see. And the February Dadavani is also now on the part 2 of the positive results, and it's part 2. January was part 1 and February is part 2. But human beings, every human being has it within him to, whether he has separated, whether he has self-realized or not, has the capacity to approach suffering in life from a different view, either at the level of tolerance, put tolerance through ego, or finally to just see it, you see. And we do not have to tolerate suffering anymore. There is no ego to tolerate. So we now move into the mode of seeing, what is happening.
Dadashri tuvo una gran fractura, lo cual deterioró su salud. Y todos los que iban lo amaban a Dada, lo escuchaban y tomaban su hermoso conocimiento. Y todos sus satsang eran hermosos y hablaba de no pelear, de no discutir, no lastimar. Pero todo esto trae resultados positivos. De esto se habla, está hablando en el Dadavani de febrero sobre los resultados positivos. El Dadavani de enero es la parte 1, el Dadavani de febrero es la parte 2. Y en lo relativo es la capacidad del dolor, ¿no? de atravesar el dolor con tolerancia, pero eso es del ego. Nosotros tenemos el conocimiento de que tenemos que atravesar lo que suceda desde el modo de poder ver lo que sucede.
Yeah, and if the history of your or my life, the history, if you're pulled back into some very painful events that have happened in your own life, you can convert that into Tapa. You can convert that into Tapa, or you can see also where you were in the internal heating mode and you were not complaining. You see, you can see those instances where you were able to see the difficulty, and you can also see yourself, relative self, not reacting, or blaming others, and that is all part of invisible penance, my dear friends. You see, that is who you and I are really about, you see. Each one of us, what Rosie has been through, or what Anila has been through, that, it can be seen by you. It can be seen by you. But with a different view, you are not complaining about it. You're seeing it as it happened, you see. or as it was.
Si pudiéramos ver la historia, cada uno su propia historia, e ir a los hechos dolorosos que sucedieron, podría convertirlo en tap o ver dónde estaba, si estaba en modo de calentar o ver el relativo sin reacciones. Lo invisible es la penitencia. Y podemos ver todo lo que pasó a Rosy o lo que pasó a Nila, y podemos verlo con una visión con mayúscula diferente.
Very good. Okay, so Vishuddhatma Bhagwan. Does anybody want to say anything before we close this satsang?
¿Alguien quiere decir algo antes de que cerremos este satsang?
Well, everybody will say that we are learning about invisible stuff. We better not let it leak. All right. Yes. Vishuddhatma Bhagwan. Highest namaskars from dear Damiens, Fabi, and from Patricia and Shuddha to all of you. And the Lord within each one of you. Jai Sachidanand. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. Thank you.
Yeah, Jai Sachidanand. Gonzalo. Yeah, Jai. Yeah, who is on the iPhone? I forgot when I saw that. What is your
name?
What is your name?
¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Yeah, well, anyway.
Mónica,
yes. Olga, yes.
No, right. Mónica tiene iPhone, dice iPhone.
Mónica. Okay, Mónica is in the iPhone. All right, Mónica. Yaya, Maritza, Olga, yes. And Cecilia, Laura, everyone, all of you. So wonderful. Carlos, you have got more ways coming in terms of how you sing the three mantra later on.
Después te vamos a escuchar Carlos cantando el trimantra.
Yes, wonderful, huh? Jai Sachidanand, a beautiful
Jai
Sachidanand.
Thank you.
Yes. Devdasi, yes.
Thank you, Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand, Jai Sachidanand.